Buckle up for one of the most shocking stories in poker history. We're diving into the rise of Vladimir Gambledore Korzinin, the Estonian rookie who's turned the poker world upside down. In less than a year of playing poker, Korzinin isn't just competing, he's crushing in some of the highest buy-in tournaments on the planet. Whether you think he's a prodigy, a mad genius, or just the luckiest man alive, one thing is clear: Vladimir Korzinin is making waves. From unknown to unstoppable. Let's rewind the clock. It's June 2024, and Vladimir Korzinin isn't just an underdog, he's a complete mystery. Up until this point, Korzinin had been a name no one in the poker world had ever uttered, let alone feared. While the poker elite prepared for another year of high-stakes battles, no one could have predicted the meteoric rise of this previously unknown player. Korzinin's journey into poker's spotlight began humbly enough. In October 2024, he made his first waves at the European Poker Tour Cyprus in a $5,200 plus $5,000 mystery bounty event. Finishing third and cashing for $45,800, Korzinin's performance was solid, but far from the jaw-dropping arrival that typically sets off alarms in the poker community. Most pros likely wrote him off as another recreational player testing the waters. But for Korzinin, this was just the warm-up act. Fast forward to November, and Korzinin took an unprecedented leap. While most new players might stick to mid-stakes tournaments to build experience, Korzinin set his sights on the prestigious Triton Poker Super High Roller Series in Monte Carlo, a battleground for poker's elite, where buy-ins can eclipse the yearly earnings of many professionals. It's a stage reserved for legends and titans, not rookies. Yet Korzinin didn't just survive, he thrived. Making history at Triton Poker. In Monte Carlo, Korzinin shocked the world with not one but two spectacular finishes that turned whispers of his potential into shouts of admiration and disbelief. Second place in the $200,000 Triton Invitational, Korzinin battled through a field of the best and most experienced high-stakes players in the world to claim a staggering $3.47 million payday. His fearless, unpredictable style baffled his opponents and earned him the respect of even the most seasoned professionals. First place in the $150,000 no-limit hold'em 8-handed. Just days after his first Triton success, Korzinin returned to the tables, this time dominating from start to finish. With nerves of steel and a knack for exploiting opponents' weaknesses, he clinched the title in an eye-popping $4.35 million. His victory cemented his status as not just a rising star, but a force to be reckoned with. In just over a month, Korzinin transformed from an unknown player to a poker millionaire, amassing nearly $8 million in winnings. To put that into perspective, this total is more than many professionals earn in their entire careers, and he did it in just 2 tournaments. His rise wasn't just fast, it was unprecedented. What makes Korzinin's story even more remarkable is his background, or lack thereof. Unlike most high-stakes players, he doesn't come from a long history of grinding online or studying the game for years. His approach is unconventional, his instincts razor-sharp, and his confidence unshakable. Many in the poker community are left wondering, who exactly is Vladimir Korzinin, and how has he managed to leapfrog his way to the top so quickly? Is it beginner's luck? Raw talent? Or has Korzinin cracked some kind of code the rest of us haven't even seen? One thing's for sure, poker's newest sensation isn't slowing down, and if his track record is anything to go by, the best may still be yet to come. The Gambling Wizard. What sets Vladimir Korzinin apart from the rest? His nickname, Gambledore, says it all, a nod to his fearless, almost mystical approach to poker. Watching Korzinin at the table feels like witnessing magic in action. His style defies conventional poker wisdom, baffling even the most seasoned pros. Bluffing in spots where most wouldn't dare, making audacious overbets, and reading his opponents with uncanny precision, it's as if Korzinin is playing a different game entirely. On the surface, Korzinin's style might seem reckless, but every move he makes is calculated chaos. His unpredictability isn't random, it's a deliberate strategy designed to keep his opponents off balance. Bluffing with air on one hand and then showing up with the nuts on the next, He forces players into an uncomfortable space where second-guessing becomes their downfall. It's this ability to mix fearlessness with finesse that has earned him the title of the Gambling Wizard. But Korzinin isn't just relying on intuition or luck. Beneath his seemingly wild style lies a sharp, analytical mind, honed through years as an inventor and stock trader. His background in trading, a field where split-second decisions and pattern recognition can mean the difference between profit and loss, has translated seamlessly to poker. In the stock market, Korzinin likely learned to read subtle shifts in trends and anticipate outcomes based on incomplete information, skills that align perfectly with poker. This duality of unpredictability and analysis makes him a dangerous opponent. While some players rely solely on instinct and others on theory, Korzinin has managed to blend the two, creating a style that is as bewildering as it is effective. Korzinin's magic isn't just in the cards, it's in the mind games. His fearless demeanor and unconventional bets serve as tools to tilt his opponents. A well-timed smirk, a casual shrug, or even a deliberate pause can make even the most composed player question their decisions. It's all part of his masterful manipulation of the table dynamic, where he seems to know exactly when and how to exploit weakness. What's most fascinating about Korzinin is how his style challenges the established norms of poker. While many pros spend years perfecting a balanced strategy, Korzinin seems to tear up the rulebook. Yet his results speak for themselves, massive wins against the best in the world. It raises an intriguing question. Is Korzinin blazing a new trail in the evolution of poker strategy? As Korzinin continues to rack up wins and leave opponents scratching their heads, one thing is clear. His impact on the game is just beginning. Whether it's his fearless play, his razor-sharp mind, or his uncanny ability to find patterns where others see chaos, Korzinin is rewriting the script on what it means to dominate at the highest levels of poker. Could his mix of wizardry and analytics be the future of poker? Only time will tell, but for now it's safe to say that Gambledore has cast a spell over the poker world and we're all under his enchantment. The high-stake hype. What makes Vladimir Korzinin's story so extraordinary? It's not just that he's winning, it's where he's winning. Korzinin is competing on the grandest stages in poker, battling it out in tournaments where the buy-ins alone could make a seasoned pro think twice. With entry fees starting at $100,000 and pots that can reach millions, these events are reserved for the elite, the grinders who have spent years mastering their craft. Yet Korzinin has defied all conventional norms to sit at these exclusive tables and dominate them. For most players, the road to poker greatness is a marathon, not a sprint. They spend countless hours grinding online, grinding small-stakes live games, and steadily building their bankrolls over years of trial and error. Every step is a lesson learned, every mistake a stepping stone to the next level. But Korzinin? He's on a rocket ship. Without the traditional buildup of experience or credentials, he bypassed all the standard rites of passage and landed directly in poker's stratosphere. No humble beginnings at $1 on $2 cash games. No multi-year campaigns climbing the mid-stakes ladder. Korzinin simply appeared on the scene, bought into the most prestigious tournaments in the world, and started cashing like a seasoned pro. It's a Cinderella story with a bankroll to match. The ultimate trial by fire. What's remarkable is not just Korzinin's presence in these tournaments, but his performance. The Triton Poker Super High Roller Series, the European Poker Tour, and other elite events attract the best of the best. Players like Phil Ivey, Jason Kuhn, and Stephen Chidwick, who have decades of experience and a wealth of poker knowledge. These aren't games where you can bluff your way to victory or rely on beginner's luck. Yet Korzinin has proven he belongs, going toe-to-toe with the legends and coming out on top. Many are wondering, how is he doing it? Is Korzinin a prodigy, someone born with an innate talent for reading people and situations? Or is there something deeper, perhaps a strategic edge borrowed from his background as a stock trader and inventor? His ability to navigate the psychological and mathematical aspects of the game with such ease has left even the most seasoned pros scratching their heads. It's not just about his wins, it's how he wins. Korzinin's style is fearless, unpredictable, and electrifying. He's made plays that most would label reckless until they work. He's called bluffs with marginal holdings and pulled off bluffs so audacious they've left his opponents reeling. At these stakes, hesitation or missteps can cost millions, but Korzinin seems immune to the pressure. Korzinin's journey isn't just inspiring, it's disruptive. He shattered the traditional roadmap to poker success, proving that the game's barriers to entry are not as rigid as they seem. In a way, he's become a symbol of what's possible in poker, a reminder that the game is still evolving and that sometimes a fresh perspective can tilt the balance. While Korzinin's meteoric rise has captivated the poker world, the question remains: can he sustain it? Poker is a game of swings, and even the best players face downswings and adversity. But if his early results are any indication, Korzinin is here to stay. With nearly $8 million in winnings in just a few months, he's already built a legacy that players spend lifetimes chasing. Whether you see him as a prodigy, a disruptor, or just plain lucky, one thing is clear: Korzinin has brought a fresh wave of excitement to the world of high-stakes poker. And as the hype continues to build, we can't wait to see what this rising star will do next. Love him or hate him. What makes Korzinin so polarizing isn't just his gameplay, it's his attitude. He embraces the spotlight, wearing his Gambledore nickname with pride and leaning into his reputation as an unpredictable wild card. Fans admire his fearlessness and his ability to inject excitement into every hand he plays. His presence at the table guarantees entertainment, whether he's pulling off an insane bluff or cracking aces with a lucky runout. But not everyone is cheering for him. To some, his unconventional style borders on reckless, a departure from the disciplined, methodical approach that many believe defines true poker greatness. For these critics, Korzinin represents chaos, a player whose success challenges the idea that poker is a game of skill above all else. The poker community remains divided on what Korzinin represents. Is he the next Phil Ivey or Daniel Negreanu, a generational talent rewriting the playbook with every hand? Or is his success a statistical outlier, a perfect storm of variance that could vanish as quickly as it appeared? His fearless play style, marked by audacious bluffs and uncanny timing, has many wondering if he possesses an innate ability to read players. A skill you can't teach no matter how many hours you grind. Korzinin's detractors argue that his rise is simply too good to be true. How can someone bypass the traditional poker grind, jump straight into six-figure buy-ins, and hold their own against seasoned crushers with decades of experience? There's a lingering skepticism that's hard to shake. What if his success is more about being in the right place at the right time than genuine skill? What's clear is that Gambledore has no plans of slowing down. With his fearless demeanor, creative play style, and already massive bankroll, Korzinin has quickly become the most talked about player in poker. So what do you think? Is Vladimir Korzinin the real deal, or is he just riding an unbelievable streak of good fortune? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay up to date on all the biggest stories in poker.